One. Hello everyone, myself Saraswati. Today my topic is credit card fraud detection. Before I go into my topic, I introduce my teammates Pratibhavati, Divyashri, Kusma. This is the main contents of my topic: problem statement, objectives, system design, and flow diagram, and implementation using components, data sets, code implementation, stimulation output, application, and future scope. Let's move on to the problem statement. To develop ML based fraud system to detect a fraudulent transaction in a real time without blocking transaction in a major challenges. This is define a core goal of a project. Your our building a ML machine learning system to uh, unauthorized transaction, do it in a real time, avoiding a false positiveness. Uh, Objectives: accurately identify fraudulent transaction, minimizing the errors in the identify fraud, reduce the false positiveness, avoid the blocking genius customized payment, handling the class imbalance effectively. Fraudulent cases are rare using the technique like smart and undersampling and oversampling class weight models, providing a near real-time alerts. Model must be a most fast enough to issue warning or block fraud instantly, protect the customer trust and prevent financial losses. Accurate and speed build trust and bank loss money and customer if fraud is not handled properly. This is the system design, handling the missing values and encoding the categorical variables, example merchant type, gender, normalization or scalaring for the numerical data, balancing the data if the imbalancing the fraud and default cases are rare. Goal: cleaning clean and format the data so it is suitable for the machine learning. Feature extraction, transaction frequency in the short interval, number of failures, payment attempt, credit utilization ratio, delay in paymenting before changes. Example: suddenly high paymenting. Goal of deriving the most relevant indicating for the classification. ML model training, logistic regression, random forest, XGBoost, SVM, neural networking. It teaches the model to discuss decision between the fraudulent and the non-fraudulent cases. Evaluation matrix, accuracy, precision, and recall, and F1 score. Choosing the best performance model, the balancing the false positiveness and false negativeness. Real-time prediction, develop the uh, trained model to predict the defaults fraudulent in the real time when the transaction or payment evenly across. um, Continuously monitor live transactions, predicting the risk probability or default, detect the fraud or default risk before or as it happenedly. Fraud and legitimate classification. Fraudulent means 1, legitimate means 0. Uh, the next will be continued by Divyesh.
Hi, I'm Deveshri from IIC department. The next slide was dataset, which is taken from an Cargill website. Here we have a merchant ID, transaction ID, and amount location. And we have a class like 0 and 1. 0 means not fraud, 1 is fraud. And next slide was implementation. And here we have a flow diagram. Like the first one is data source, means which we collect the data like in CSV file or database. Data injection, we have to read the data like using the pandas. Data pre-processing, like the missing values and feature engineering. Train test split, means we can train and split the data like a training data and testing data. And next one is mode balancer, like synthetic oversampling technique. XGBoost model train, which is a very important model we have used for confusion matrix, and AUC means under curve. Model evaluation, we have to like decision upon score and recall. The next one is model save. If we have, want to save that, we can save or we can deploy. The next continued by Pratibha.
Start now.
Jyoti from ISC department. Used components. We use components. Import the libraries. Pandas, NumPy, XGBoost, Matplotlib, and we import from import. Next, load data set. It reads the CSV file into data frame and it converts the transition date into date time and extract the features in the form of hour, day, month, and weekday. Next, drop columns. Here, move the transition ID and transition date and scale amount. Standardizes the amount column and encode the categoricals, which means it converts the categorical output in numerical and split the data into train and testing. Here we use a small technology to handle the imbalanced data set. And we use a train model boost classifier, which stands for extreme gradient boosting. It is used to train the data set and make the predictions and get predictions probabilities. In evaluation model, we use confusion matrix, classification report, and area under the curve score, and it loads the top 10 important features using XGBoost. This is the core implementation. This is not a final implementation of our project. It's just predict the transaction. Here we use XGBoost model to train the dataset and small technology to imbalance the dataset. This is the simulation output of implementation by using confusion based on confusion matrix. It classifies the precision, recall, and F1 score. This is the output. Precision is 0.9, recall is 0.9, and F1 score is 0.9. This is the score 0.47. Actually, 0.5 is our answer. It is nearest to 0.47. Load the top 10 important features in the ascending order. This is the simulation code. Next, we'll continue with
Hello everyone, I am Kusuma. My topic is applications, real-time fraud detection for bank and fintech apps. ML helps bank and money apps check each transaction instantly. E-commerce fraud prevention, online shopping websites like Amazon and Flipkart use ML to catch fake order made using stolen credit cards. Insurance fraud detection, some people try to make fake insurance claim to get money. Monitoring all transactions regularly. ML system can watch all your card using and spending habits. If someone stranger happens like suddenly spending 20,000 when you unusual spend 500, it can raise a warning. Next, future scope. Use deep learning for enhanced pattern recognition. ML will in the future deep learning will be used to find more complex fraud patterns. Incorporation real-time transaction graph analysis. ML will use graph-based system to use connection between user card and merchants. Integrate with blockchain for secure audio train. In the future, blockchain can be used to store transaction record, continuous model learning and adaptation. ML system will learn continuously from new data. This means they will keep improving and catch new types of fraud quickly. Next slide is summary. Use an existing fraudulent transaction dataset by Kangal website. Remove unwanted noisy and signals that could affect accuracy. Normalize the values so they are erased from the model to understand. ML effectively detect credit card fraud. Handling imbalance and evaluate is critical. Real world implementation can prevent massive financial loss. Scope for improving with new data and techniques. Next, will continue by Pratibha.
We'll start now. Hi, I am Pratibhavati. Here we built an website that predicts the transaction. It contains use HTML and CSS. HTML for login page and base views and dashboard in HTML. We use CSS that for website style. This is our uh, this is our total. This is our final code. It is in Python. Uh, Let me run this code. It's an link. This is the warning. When they click on the link, this is our login page. Username is admin and password is Rob. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಓಪನ್ ಆಯ್ತು